All right, it's Belgium kit time. Everybody loves Belgium kit times. This one is a steam engine sound generator, MK134. 8 ohm speaker included. Soldering iron required. Level of difficulty, 2 out of 5. Guess that's 40%. Needs 9 volts. Dimensions. All right, let's get it onto a tray. Oh, nice. Let's see here. We got to make sure we get the instructions in the back here. They are part of the packaging material. That's kind of nice. Ooh, quite fancy. Let's zoom in on that. Yes, sir. That is a fancy schematic. All right. It's got op amps, transistors. Transistors used as diodes. That's pretty cool. Speed, whistle. Very nice. We might have to look at a closer look at that once we get it built, but I say we get it built first. Single-sided board, one of those fat ones again. And imagine this is probably a speaker. Yeah, there we go, look at that. It has its own little box. Very nice. An IC, which is a Texas Instrument 324, everybody's favorite quad op amp, really old school. And I love these rheostats. These are nice big ones. Square too. None of this round garbage. Made in Spain? ACP, I guess. Kind of funny font. ACP. Made in Spain. Very cool. And it's got the little insertable tweaker things. I like those. I like these. Nice and big ones. Oh, 100K and a 47K. All right, let's build it. All right, as I say, putting in all flat things first. These look like 100Ks. Brown, black, yellow. These are 100Ks. And nothing's marked on the board, so we will have to use, let's see, 100Ks, here we go, 100Ks, R1 through R8, R10 through R12, and R20. So R1 through 8, let's do those first. What do you say? I haven't been to my hometown in a couple decades. I need to go back. I lived in Eureka, California. Probably one of the most isolated cities in the world. It's hard to get there. We used to call it behind the redwood curtain. So lots of redwood trees up there. My backyard, I think, had 6 redwood trees. And the redwood forests backed up right against it and stuff. So anyway. Lots and lots and lots of redwood trees. So there's a park, a city park. Even has a zoo. Eureka City Park has a zoo. I grew up 3 blocks away from the zoo. I used to think the animals were kind of like mine. You know, I knew them. I knew their habits and stuff. Used to go visit them all the time. My elementary. Oh, that's the wrong. This is the wrong soldering iron tip. I gotta change it. My elementary school is right across the street. And I think I said it once before. School got School got locked down one day, you know. Nowadays you get locked down for an active shooter, right? We got locked down for a bear that got loose. And it wasn't a nice bear. So a lot of there's lots of bears in town, right? A lot of black bears, and they're friendly. They're pleasant. I mean, maybe you don't want to have one as a friend, but they're pleasant. But it was a sun bear, and sun bears are these nasty little things. They're not very big, but they are nasty. Anyway, it got out of its cage, and they locked down the school. Didn't want the kitties to get eaten by a bear. That was too small to eat them, but it would do them damage. Anyhow, I always circle around my stories. There is a new section to the zoo. Not to the zoo, to the park. It's right next to the zoo. So when I was a kid, there were other things to play on there. There was a steam engine, a steam locomotive that had been decommissioned, and it was just for the kids to play on. That was great fun. There was a giant slide that was, I don't know, maybe 30 feet high, big slide, and a rope swing that was like a 50-foot piece of rope. It's huge rope swing. Of course, they had to get rid of those because kitties might get damaged these days because kitties are stupid. Back then, it was like, yeah, you get hurt, like your dad would say, yeah, you dumbass, be careful. But now, oh no, he got hurt, we have to sue. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, they took out all the fun stuff. There's no rope swing any longer, and they took out the steam locomotive because somebody might get hurt falling off the steam locomotive. Oh my God, I climbed around that thing so much and played with all the valves and tubes and pretended to be the conductor, and it just ruined fun for kids, man. I just ended with a bunch of stupid kids because they don't learn how to take care of themselves. Anyhow, the story is they've put in a walkway up in the trees. Rubber trees are really, really tall, and they put this rope bridges between the trees and little. Yeah, I want to go see it. That'd be pretty cool. All right, R10 through R12. All right. I don't know if it's just California, but everybody's so happy. I'm hoping if you live in the rural areas, it's still, your kids are able to kill themselves if they want to, right? Should be that way. If the kid's stupid and kills himself, well, then he's not going to breed. That's what I think. Yes, sir. Got two more left. Let's see, R20. R20. Okay. And I got one left. R10. R. Sounds like there we go, R6. Pirate, right? Let's talk about UFOs. I don't know. There's this recent set of UFO things where these military pilots went up and they saw this thing, and Navy pilots, and they captured it on the film and everything, and it changes angles, and it goes off in strange speeds and everything. And anyway, it's got kind of a funny shape, right? It wasn't one of the Tic Tac ones or whatever. Right? This one had kind of a funny shape, and you know, I did optics my entire career, and there are aberrations, and people would call them like lens flare or little glints in the lens or whatever, right? If you're just a user of cameras, not a designer of cameras, you would just say, oh, that's just a kind of stray light bouncing around in the camera and stuff. But if you're an actual optics engineer, you understand that these aberrations are actually, they actually have shapes. They have three-dimensional shapes to them. And I think I mentioned once before, there's something called coma, which looks like a comet. It has a tail and you know, things like astigmatism and Petzval curvature. Everything has a distinctive shape. So if you're a lens designer, and your lens has aberrations, and you can actually kind of look at the images and try to figure out what's wrong with things. What are these? These are 10Ks. 10Ks go R9, R15. It's R15. Anyway, the UFO looks a lot like an aberration. One of the coma and astigmatism kind of put together. It looks like that to me. Like if I saw that in an optical system, I would know exactly where to go look and what to go try to fix. And, well, what happens in optics is not specific to optics. You can see aberrations in radio waves and in light waves, in all sorts of waves, you know, acoustic waves even. There are these things that are all similar, and I believe, my theory, is that it was an internal aberration in the radar system. And it was either there by a bad design, or it was introduced by, so, you know, lenses and things are supposed to operate over certain angles, and then they don't do well over other angles. And if light goes in at a funny angle into a camera, it'll cause these weird reflections and stuff, stray light. And, well, if radio waves go into apertures, it will cause strange aberrations as well. And anyhow, it looked to me exactly like a lens aberration. And what I was told was that those people, they were testing out new radars, and or maybe even jammers and stuff. So I think, having worked in the Navy once before, worked in a research lab for the Navy, a lot of times they'll test things out. And they're not going to tell people, hey, we're going to test this thing out on you, because it's a secret. These people don't have security clearances. You can't tell them what you're doing. And so they just do it. And 15, I'm running out here, 17, that's 1K. What do I need? I need 9, 15, 19, and 21. Oh, there's 21. I'll get one. Okay. They're just going to try them out and see how it goes. They go, hey, if it freaked out our pilots, maybe it will freak out the Ruskies. Right? I don't know. I got to see some electronic countermeasure stuff when I was working in the Navy. It was fascinating. Electronic countermeasures is a really, really cool field. So anyway, that's what I think it is, but go ask the aliens, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, okay. Here's a switch. Let's put that in. And it's not like I had to think about it. I mean, when I saw it, I immediately said, oh, that's a lens aberration. So anyway, yeah, go figure. Go figure. We got some other ones here. What is this? This is like a 1K. Should have 3 of those. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's not one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got 3 of those. R13. R13. Uh-oh. Did I already put something in R13 when I shouldn't have? Could have. R13. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Did I mess up? I might have messed up. Oh no. Oh no. Now I gotta find R13. Shoot. Oh no. Where do the other ones go? 14. 14 and 17. Okay, here's 17. Maybe when I was telling my story, I wasn't paying attention. It's all your fault. It's definitely all your fault. It is never my fault. That's engineering 101. It's not my fault. Software guy did that. Oh, now I've covered up the stupid little label, so I don't know where R13 is. There's R14. Oh dear, oh my. Oh, there he is. R13. He's right there. I must have skipped a line. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. You want to see my talent here with soldering suckers? Oh, darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Yeah, there's R13. He's supposed to be a 1K. My train probably wouldn't sound like a train. Probably sound like a Volkswagen. All right. We were talking about Porsche 914s the other day. My mom had a squareback VW. It had a Porsche engine in it. It had the little 2-liter 4-banger, fuel injected. Yes, nice little car. All right, so we need to find where the other 13, 14, 17. So 14, we're looking for 14 now. Oh God, there's 13. Is this 14? No, is that 14? Oh, there's 14. Yep, there's 14. Third one down. Shoot. You idiot! All right. Next time I do that, let me know. If I make a mistake, yell at the camera. And you can say it in a Ren and Stimpy voice. You idiot! What's everybody's favorite cartoons? Angry beavers. Everybody raise their hand. Cat dog. Should be a fan of. For this channel, should be like Dexter's Laboratory, right? Dexter. Dexter's Laboratory. I would have to have a sidekick. Call her Dee Dee. Dee Dee. Raised in Eureka. There used to be it's on a bay, and fishing was a big thing there. And there used to be a tuna cannery. They would can tuna there and had some of the world's best tuna. They had a letter posted on the wall from Julia Child. Julia Child wrote to them and said, "You have the best tuna." It was packed in olive oil. And every year my mom would send me a case when I moved out of town. She'd send me a case of tuna. Can't get it anymore though. They went out of business. So sad. I could just make up stories. There was that time. You wouldn't know. You'd think, wow, he did that? Wow, IMSAI guy's amazing. Maybe I'll crash my airplane, but luckily I'll have a parachute on. I've already done that before. He wasn't the first. I wasn't the first. Okay. Okay, big capacitors now, big boys. This is a 470. That is a big boy. C10. C10 and C11. Okay. At the pet store yesterday, get my dog's nails clipped. I hate to do that. So for 12 bucks, they'll do it for you. Like, yeah, sold. Some lady there, she had a couple pitties. One of them was a big boy. He was a big boy, and she couldn't handle it. And she had to ask one of the guys there for help. Can you help me with my dog? I shouldn't have brought them both in at the same time. Yeah. My dog's only 45 pounds, so I can handle him. Uh-oh, I timed out my soldering iron too. This is a long build. Think it'll sound like a train? A real train? I knew somebody who worked on restoring steam locomotives. That was his hobby. I think they operate out of Oakland. They have a couple. They have maybe one or two locomotives and a bunch of cars, and every once in a while they get permission to drive them on the big boy tracks and take them to the different cities for show and tell. Those are big boys. Those things are huge. Oh my God. He works on those things. You need some big machine shop stuff to work on that. And no welding. It was all riveted. You see any welds on a old steam locomotive that's been repaired, and because all the original ones were done with rivets. I think that they have to weld them now because of the insurance companies. They can't get them certified, like the boilers and stuff. They can't get certified unless they're welded now. I don't think you can get a riveted boiler approved any longer. Maybe Jim's watching. Hey, Jim. Okay. All right, let's see here. How about 10 microfarads? Not that one, this one. I'm very, very curious if this will sound like a steam locomotive. The guy who repaired those, toys, and that was his hobby. They let him drive. Do you drive? Do you pilot? What do you do? You're an engineer. Who operates the pilot? Not pilot. Maybe just engineer. Anyway, the person who operates, there you go. The person who operates a steam locomotive, he got to do that. They let him take his turn. And so he's chugging along. And of course, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. But then they get to a intersection and he gets to blow the whistle. And there's a particular way that you blow the whistle. He had that down pat. So the guy told him he was a lousy engineer, but really good on the whistle. You have to blow it, woo, woo, and then you taper it off. Woo. Anyway, he knew how to taper it off just right. Oops, I don't want to smash my little switch here. Smash him in there. Okay, let's take a look at transistors. How many transistors do we have? We have 2 different types, so let's keep them straight. We have a 557 and a 557 and a 547 and a 547. So let's do the 547s first. Transistor 1 and transistor 2. Oh man, he's really snuck in there. You can barely see him. Wow, that's a tight fit. Wow. Oh, I didn't get him in right either. Didn't get the bass in correctly. Assuming that's a bass. Might not be. Man, they make this hard. There it goes. Oh, solder them both down. Okay. Getting close. Speaker. Got some little posts here. Should we put little posts in? They're kind of cute. Let's put the posts in. The speaker. Let's hold them in. Okay. And power. Power. It is not wetting to the post. Why isn't it not wetting to the post? That one did, this one did not. Well, I should do the NASA way. When you solder for NASA, you have to cut the end of the solder off each time so you have a fresh piece of flux available to you. Those aren't quite right. That's close enough. Close enough, close enough. Close enough for Belgium. All right, let's go ahead and solder the speaker wires on. We'll put the IC on, I guess, our 324. Pop him on. President Grant was stationed in Eureka. He hated it. Another famous person from Eureka. All right. Oh, where are my wire strippers? Sarah Bareilles donated a bunch of money to the music department at in Eureka. Bought him a bunch of instruments. Very nice of her. I used to play cello there with Mr. Menke, the instructor there. Where is the other piece of wire I just stripped off? I just stripped off a piece of wire. Oh, there it is. I used to drive a little Volkswagen Bug. I remember that. One of the nicer teachers. Most of the teachers were nice. Oh, that did not wet. That did not wet. There we go. Oh, geez. Stop moving it. There we go. Now it's solidified. Okay, good enough. Speaker, speaker, speaker. over there. Okay. Why do they put the post in if I'm just going to solder to them? Well, it doesn't matter. Why do I ask? Inquiring minds need to know, I guess. There's one. Oops. Let me get some solder on these wires first. It's a stranded wire. Needs to be tinned. There we go. My science teacher in high school, the teachers don't make a lot of money. They have to work odd jobs. So during the summer, he worked at an ice house making ice. And you think, oh, that sounds pretty boring. But it was really cool. They had this drum, and they had a scraper that went around the inside of the drum. And behind the scraper was a spray of water. And then there was like liquid nitrogen going in this drum. And so by the time the scraper got around, it was ice. And it was always putting water behind it. It was always zooming around and making ice. It was kind of cool. Okay, it's time for us to give this thing a try. All right, let me move things around a bit. All right, I'll just let the speaker hang down here. And we will find 9 volts and apply 9 volts. And on. Oh, I hear something. Ah. Very cool, and this is the whistle. Okay, the whistle's not quite right. But the steam engine, well, that's loud. The steam engine is cool. That sounds like a train. Okay, that's fun. Okay, I like this one. This one's definitely A+. The best Velleman kit I've built so far. Yeah, this one's great. I love it, except for the whistle. Whistle's gotta make a better whistle. But yeah, the train is super cool. Super cool. All right, this video is like way too long. So I think what we'll do is we'll go through the circuit in a different video, because I think the circuit's got to be super interesting. Must have some type of pink noise or white noise generator, and amplification, and then some gating and stuff for the turn it on, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. So and it's all done with discretes, no 555 or anything in here. So yeah, we'll take a look at that. But definitely big thumbs up. I love this kit.